Hello, good morning, students. In earlier class, we have discussed in details about the arbovirus, and here we will discuss about the uh, three important members of the Flaviviridae. One by one, we will discuss today about the mosquito-transmitted flavivirus member, that is the encephalitis group. And you know, encephalitis, that is the inflammation in the brain tissue, that is also called Japanese encephalitis, very popularly, because the first time this disease was observed and reported in the Japan, but nowadays this disease is very rare in Japan. Uh, you can see here the classification of the virus, that the virus that caused the encephalitis, Japanese encephalitis, belongs to the group 4 member and have positive sense single stranded RNA. Family is the Flaviviridae, genus is the Flavivirus, and species is the Japanese encephalitis virus. Okay, here the Japanese encephalitis virus is also known as Japanese B encephalitis. This virus is the leading cause of the viral encephalitis in Asia, including the India. And students, you must know why this virus is known as Japanese B encephalitis. Actually, this virus was named Japanese encephalitis because it was first observed in 1871 in the Japan, and the earlier name was summer encephalitis epidemics. But during that times, other type of the encephalitis was also endemic in Japan, and that was uh, and during that times, the this Japanese encephalitis was also observed. So scientists named the newly discovered encephalitis, that is the Japanese B encephalitis, as a Japanese B to distinguish it from encephalitis A. And nowadays, Japanese B encephalitis are very uncommon in the Japan, but the disease name is nowadays we know the name as Japanese bean encephalitis virus. So this is about the naming of the Japanese B encephalitis. Okay, here you can see the structure, that is the it contains the positive sense single stranded RNA. This is the envelope, that is the lipid envelope, protein capsid, virion associated polymerase enzymes, spike projection that are present on the envelope. Um, this is the complete structure of the Japanese encephalitis B virus. And here, very briefly about the Japanese encephalitis, you can see here in the image, that is the highlighted parts is the area where Japanese encephalitis have been reported, and frequently the disease occurs in this area, and you can see here the India is in these highlighted parts. This is the infectious disease. Symptoms includes headache, fever, vomiting, confusion, unusual onset, usual onset, that is the 5 to 15 days after the infection, cause Japanese encephalitis. Spread by the mosquito. We have already discussed that this virus will be transmitted and spread from infected host to the healthy host through the different type of the arthropoda members, and here the mosquito is act as a vector. Diagnostic methods: blood or CSF testing, prevention. Japanese encephalitis vaccine is available, and avoid mosquito bites. Treatment: supportive care. Prognosis: permanent neurological problem occur in up to the half of the survivors. frequency you can see the 68,000, and death occurs due to this encephalitis virus is about the 17,000. Epidemiology vector, that is the Japanese encephalitis virus, is transmitted by bite of the Culex mosquito, and Culex trichiniorhynchus is the major vector worldwide, including the India. But in India, another Culex, that is the Culex visuni, is also responsible for the transmission of this virus. Transmission cycle: Japanese encephalitis virus infects several extra human host animals and birds also, and two transmission cycle have been reported, that is the virus transfer from the pigs through the Culex to the pigs, and second one is the arid bird, a type of the birds, and Culex mosquito, and to the arid bird. This is the transmission cycle. You can understand here very clearly about the transmission cycle in this image. You can see here the two cycles, the Japanese encephalitis virus and West Nile virus transmission cycle, that are actually we have shown here this image because the same mosquito is responsible for the transmission of both the virus, that is Japanese encephalitis virus and West Nile virus, that is the Culex species. Okay, that is also called as enzootic vector. Here you can see the virus transfer from pig to the reservoir host or the amplifier host. Amplifier host is the pig, and reservoir is these birds. Okay, so if the virus will transmit from pig to pig, or pig to birds, and again through the pigs to the birds, and during that times the this mosquito may bite to the horse and a human, but the human from the human virus cannot transmit through this mosquito to cause a successful infection, because the viral loads are not sufficient in the human bloods that can be sucked by mosquito and can cause the successful infection to the new human, healthy human. That means that's why you can see here the reservoir, that means this organism just reserve and have contains, acts as a carrier of the virus, but the pig is here acts as an amplifier. That means in the pigs the viral populations are very high, and they multiply themselves in the very huge numbers, so that the number of virus present in the pigs are so sufficient and so high that can be used by Culex for the transmission of the virus. Actually, Culex mosquito bites the pigs, and during the biting, the virus enters in the body of the intestine, and virus remains present in the body of the Culex, and they also multiply in the Culex, but the virus will not harm to the mosquito and even the reservoir and amplifier host. But human and horse is known as dead end host, because the virus will not transmit from this organism further to cause the disease. Okay. Animal host, pig have been responsible for the major vertebrate host for Japanese encephalitis. Japanese encephalitis virus multiply exponentially in the pig without causing any manifestation. That is, there is no any symptoms. Pig are considered as amplifier host. Cattle and buffalo may also be infected with the Japanese encephalitis, although they are not the natural host. They are acts as the mosquito attractants. Horse are probably the only animal to the symptomatic and develops encephalitis following JE viral infection. Humans are considered as dead-end host. There is no transmission of the virus from man to the mosquito and mosquito uh, there is no transmission of the virus through the mosquito from man to the man, unlike in the dengue. Actually, in the case of the dengue, the mosquito can transmit the virus from human to human, but in the Japanese encephalitis, the virus will not be transmitted through the mosquito from one man to the human, another human. Here you can see also the clear picture of the transmission of the virus. You can see that the mosquito transovarial transmission and amplifying host and the maintenance host. Amplifying host, and when the virus will infect the human, the further from this human virus are not transmitting from maintenance host to the maintenance host or to the amplifying host. So the if the virus will enter infect to the human, that will be the dead end host. That means the virus will not further transmit from the human. Bird host added wading birds such as herons, cattle, egrets, duck can also be involved in the natural cycle of the Japanese encephalitis virus. About 85% of cases occurs in the children below 15 years, but infants are not affected, and 10% occur in the elderly. Seasonal variation infection due to Japanese encephalitis is common in rainy season, which coincide with the maximum mosquito activity. You have all already experienced the number of population of the mosquito becomes high during the rainy season, because the condition is very favorable for the mosquito survival. Temperate area, that is the summer and autumn, is a very common timing for the occurrence of this type of the Japanese encephalitis. Tropical area, including India, June to October is the very you can say the very favorable time for the growth of the mosquito, and so the definitely the virus will frequently transmitted from infected amplifier host or maintenance host to the human and cause the maximum number of Japanese encephalitis. Geographical distribution, currently JE is endemic in Southeast Asian region. It is increasingly reported from the India, Nepal, Pakistan, Thailand, Vietnam, Malaysia. Because of immunization, its incidence has been declined from Japan and Korea. Because of the immunization, proper immunization, there is no the case of the Japanese encephalitis is gradually decreasing from Japan and Korea. It is estimated that nearly 50,000 cases occurs every year globally with 10,000 deaths. So definitely this is the very major problem. So the persons must be vaccinated with the vaccine of Japanese encephalitis. In India, Japanese encephalitis has been reported since 1955. J is endemic in the 5 states, Uttar Pradesh, Gorakhpur district especially, accounting for the largest burden, followed by Assam, West Bengal, Bihar, Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. annual incidence range between 1714 and 6594, and death occurs between 367 to 1665. In 2014, nearly 1621 cases of Japanese encephalitis were reported from India with 290 deaths. Clinical symptoms. J is the most common cause of the epidemic encephalitis. Incubation period is not exactly known, probably varies from 5 to 15 days. Subclinical infection is the very common Japanese encephalitis. So iceberg phenomena. You know what is the iceberg phenomena? Actually, iceberg phenomena, when the virus will infect to the large number of population, the maximum number of population will not show the symptoms, and the some among them show the symptoms, and again some of the symptomatic patients may become severe. This is called iceberg phenomena. I have already discussed in the earlier class in the other virus topic. Cases are much less compared to the subclinical inapparent infection, with the ratio of the 1 is to 300 to the 1 is to 1000. Even during an epidemic, the number of cases are just 1 to 2%, 2 per village. So you can see here the numbers. Clinical course of disease can be divided into 3 stages. Prodromal stage is febrile illness, the onset of which may be either abrupt, acute, or more commonly subacute. Acute encephalitis stage symptoms include convulsion, behavioral change, meningeal sign, or paralysis also. Late stage and sequelae, it is the convalescent stage in which the patient may be recovered fully or retain some neurological deficit permanently. Case fatality ratio is the 20 to 40%. Vaccine prophylaxis for the Japanese encephalitis. Vaccine is available, and 3 type of the vaccine is available. Live attenuated SA 1414-2 vaccine. It is prepared from SA 1414-2 strain of Japanese encephalitis virus. It is the cell line derived primary. Hamster kidney cells are commonly used for the development of this vaccine. Single dose is given subcutaneously, followed by a booster dose after 1 year for the proper immunity. It is manufactured in China but now licensed in India also. Under universal immunization program, it is given to children from age of 1 to 15 years, targeting 83 endemic district of the 4 state, that is the UP, Karnataka, West Bengal, and Assam, because these districts are more prone for the Japanese encephalitis virus. Second vaccine is that is the inactivated vaccine. Nakayama strain and Beijing strains are used for the preparation of inactivated vaccine. Both are mouse brain derived and formally inactivated, prepared in CRI, India, that is the very popular institute situated in the Himachal Pradesh, that is known as Central Research Institute, Kasauli. Inactivated vaccine, that is the another inactivated vaccine that is prepared from Beijing P3 strain, and it is cell line derived vaccine. So these are the vaccines, and the vaccines are very effective, and due to the immunization of by using this type of the vaccines, gradually the number of cases are decreasing from the developed country, and also in the developing country. We hope that this virus will be eradicated globally in the near future. So thank you so much. In the next class we will discuss about the other arbovirus.